Hey, welcome to Night Uber. My name's William. I'm going to be your driver tonight. There's something I want to let you know about that a lot of customers don't. I think it's pretty new. They've had it ever since I started driving, but I've only been driving about 6 or 7 weeks. But in the Uber driver app, there's an option I call the Work Be Home option um, that allows me to punch in an address or a business and say I want to get here by X time. I use it a lot at night. As I say, I want to be home by 1 or 1:15 in the morning. And what it does is, um, if you set it up way ahead of time, it lets you work on your own for a couple hours, but then you get into um, close to the time you would need to head home from where you are. It'll GPS will guide you home, but it will pick up rides on the way that get you closer to home. So instead of going from here to here, you may go here to here to here to here to here. But it's just a nice way to work on your goal of being home at a certain time and still getting rides that are going to take you to Timbuktu. Because for whatever reason, when I accept a ride from you, I have no idea where you're going. I would like to have that option because I've ended up in, like tonight, ended up in Gastonia. It's a 45-minute drive. I didn't really mind that because I didn't have to be home at this particular time, but it still would have been nice to know. And there have been occasions where it really did screw me up. Um, the way you let this work for you is if you know an Uber driver and you want them to drive you, because it's always better to ride with someone you know, then, for example, if you wanted me to pick you up at your house at 5, text me at 2 or 1 or the day before, whatever, and say, I want you to pick me up at 5 o'clock, then when I'm out, I will set that, and when I get to your house, I'll send you a text. At that time, you request an Uber, and since I'm the closest, I can pick you up. Now, this is only theoretical. I've never actually done it. I haven't even tried it, so I suspect it would work. Um, but even if it turns out I couldn't make it, I would just text you and say sorry. You're gonna have to get someone else. Um, but I would, yeah, I definitely would like to try this. So if you know me and you need an Uber, I'd kind of like to test this out. Um, I have had a couple times when I used it for my personal use that didn't work out so well. One time I was still in that free time before it was guiding me home, and I accepted a ride that from the Charlotte airport and ended up north of Huntersville. It's like way far away. By the time I made it back into town, there was no way I was going to get home at 1:15, which is what I had it set. Um, so I now know that if I've got that set up, not to risk airport pickups or train pickups because they can take me up to Timbuktu. The only other 2 times that it's screwed me up is when a customer changed the end location of their ride, and so Uber had it calculated, and if they'd gone to where they'd originally said they were going to, it had worked out. But since I ended up, you know, 20 miles out of the way, um, it was not able to get me back at home one time. It's unfortunately that's beyond my control. Um, I guess if I had someone lined up to pick up, I guess I would have the option of telling the customer, say, hey, I booked this assuming I was going to point X and you want me to go to point Y. I'd feel kind of crappy about, kicking them out of the car, so I probably really wouldn't do that. But just to kind of let you know that could happen. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling there. But yeah, just to let you know, that is a function. You can, if you know someone, you can get them to pick you up at a location at a specific time. They'll probably get there a little early. Um, so when it's off, it's usually early rather than late, like 10, 15 minutes. So anyway, happy motoring and be safe.